Cassidy. Marquoyer has it on that wing. Here's a shot. Henderson made a wild stab for spell. Here's another shot. Right in front of score. Henderson has scored for Canada.
The boys were at the bar yesterday.
Yeah, someone was still there.
Yeah. So watched the Leafs game against Boston. And then right next to it, you have the Utah game against Montreal.
Yeah.
And you can see a big difference in the speed of the game.
It was like one was playing at fast forward speed
Yeah.
and the other one was like in slow motion.
Yeah. So
But
I was
it's
like, I'm looking at the Leafs game and I was just like dozing off from that game and my eyes just kept rolling to the left and watching the Utah game.
Mhm.
You're just seeing all these young players flying.
Do you think that has a little bit to do with the Berube style, how he wants to, I guess, slow the game down essentially and win these low scoring games and
No,
priority on defense?
I just think in general, I think they don't have the legs.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's different because when Keefe was there, I think it was a bit more entertaining. It was like a lot more end to end game, and then I think when Berube came, it's he tried slowing things down, played more defensive.
But losing Marner too, it also affects you because even if you want to go on the offensive rush, now typically on the power play you just have Nylander. Before you had two guys could do it.
Yeah.
I think now in the modern day you could use Robertson for that because Robertson does have a lot of speed.
Yeah.
And you saw him last game too. He's playing great.
Yeah,
He's finally getting the opportunity.
I
right?
know. Well, when you lose a piece like Marner, I guess now he has more opportunities.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So he's playing well, but still ended up losing, right?
Yeah. Almost like the Leafs do the typical thing,
Yeah.
make it a close game, then they score that goal, and then you're like, okay, we're only down a goal, and then we have a chance, and then they pull your heartstrings.
Yeah.
And
But if you watch Utah play too, they suffocate their opponents.
yeah,
Like
they're-
they
the
don't
pre-
give
a
them
lot
any
of pressure.
They put so much pressure. So I mean, you could also technically say that's a Berube style as well. I just think they have more legs.
Yeah, but then even then, like it didn't pan out their way.
No, it didn't.
Because the legs on, I guess,
Yeah.
Montreal too quick.
Bro,
for
when
him.
you have Caulfield, man, with
Yeah.
that shot,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like even when he was behind the net and he kind of shot it
Even
in front
like
and went
there
in.
was a bunch of like even odd man chances for Montreal last night.
Yeah.
Crazy. They're an exciting team to
Well,
watch.
they're both young teams, but just watching them, you could tell like that's the new that's where it's headed now. Those
yeah.
teams,
Well, even like if you've seen this interview where what's his name on San Jose, Ryan Reeves was talking about how skating's changed so much, and he's like talking about how when he was learning skating, he was taught that hey, you need to take these long strides,
Yeah.
and that's the way he was taught. But he's like now you see kids like McDavid stuff, they're telling him to take short, quick bursts and more focus on sharp turns and edge work.
Yeah.
Compared to that.
Yeah.
So he's like players like that. He's like, oh, I can't compete no more because the game's changed and it's just part of the evolution, right?
Now it just takes like 2 seconds for you to be like the fastest player, or you could be an average player.
No. It's the game's just getting quicker and quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of McDavid, man, even watch the Oilers game afterwards.
Yeah.
We're just watching and the score's just ticking.
And the crazy part is like, Edmonton, like they can turn it on in like the snap of a finger, and you're expecting them, hey, like, okay, they're gonna come back or they're gonna figure things out, and then because they score in bursts.
Yeah.
And then you're thinking, okay, it's coming, and then literally it's not coming, and then the other teams just keep scoring, and then I'm like, what the hell? And then I was jokingly saying, hey man, Colorado's gonna put a touchdown up on these guys, and they ended up scoring 9.
Even Colorado, he was telling me all night, he's like, so RV, is there gonna be a comeback?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, it's still coming. It was like 6, 7,
Yeah.
8. I'm like, it's still coming.
No, well,
even we'll wait here all night.
Even you look back at last year in the playoffs, like they were down like almost like a couple games, were down like almost 3 goals against LA, and they still came back and won those games and elimination games too.
Yeah.
And so you're like, oh, these guys, they can turn it on anytime.
But they got the same issues, you know, like, yeah, fine. Maybe they could turn their entire season around, become a top team, go all the way to finals. But they've already done that twice. Like this is the 3rd time. Like, what are the odds that you're gonna do it 3 years in a row? The same storyline where your goaltending is mediocre, and then your best players are gonna carry your team to the top.
Yeah. What do you think? How long do you think before they call Ingram up?
Honestly, it should be today.
Yeah.
Like I think you've seen enough of Skinner.
Yeah. Even like at the beginning of the season where he had made that first game against Calgary where he made that puck handling mistake in front of the net, and after that I'm like, oh geez, like
I was hoping that he was gonna be the goalie that makes the comeback this year.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping that it would be him, but I think he's a 1B goalie, man.
And
Until he figures it out, I think he's a 1B goalie. You
and
can't make him
problem
your
is
starter.
too, they have him locked up too for a decent amount of time too.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like he's signed to a very expensive deal.
Yeah,
Yes, for the Oilers, it's very expensive.
Because
But checking on the outside of the market, I think it's okay. It's just like you need another goalie to support him. It has to be a 50-50 split. That guy cannot play more
I think
than 50
that's the
games.
way a lot of teams in the NHL are going now
Yeah.
too. They're trying to get a 1A or like, you know, two really good goalies, because I think now that they're seeing, hey, you ride one goalie, by the time you get into playoffs, he's burnt out, right?
Yeah. I liked Connor Ingram with Arizona. Like he's a guy who takes like high volume.
Yeah.
And if he gets like 30 plus shots, he's on point. It's been a while since he's played, so of course he's gonna be a little rusty.
Yep.
And I have no idea how he's playing in the AHL right now.
Yeah.
I haven't checked. You wanna check how he's doing? But last time I remember is just like seeing him play. I think he's a good goalie. Like if you want to make him play maybe, 40, 50%, I think he could do it. I mean, you have no real choice. Like you have to roll with what you have, and I don't think Pickard's are going to be your starting goaltender either. You have to go with the new goalie.
Do you think they trade or make a trade for someone else?
We've been saying this for 4 years.
Yeah.
The Oilers, I don't think they're going to.
I don't think they have anything to give.
Just seeing Darnell Nurse as well, just the way he's playing, I was just like, this is just, they're wasting so much money.
I don't even think he's the biggest problem.
He's not.
on
He's
D.
not the
I think
biggest
it's Bouchard. Like, what's going on with him?
Hey, listen, I was saying it off season that even though, like, everybody says, oh, you're paying him for the playoffs, but I would have traded him, man.
Yeah. Even last night, you were saying you'd take him and move him as another forward or something.
Yeah, I would have moved him. Like, I would rather get more structured defensemen.
Yeah.
And the power play, it's okay. Like, you just need somebody who could just doesn't need a really crazy shot.
Even last night, they got scored on shorthanded, right?
Yeah.
It's
just the lack of effort from Bouchard.
Yeah.
It's like he calculates when he wants to go on 100%, when he feels like he could score a goal, he could create a play that will create offensive pressure. But if it's defensively, I've never seen him like back check, and he's a defenseman. So if you can't do nothing, I honestly think Bouchard should play wing. He should not play defense. That you should just move him up, play in your top six.
What do you think about Colorado? Just like you're up.
Oh my God.
You're up like 3-4 goals, and they're still putting the
Turning
pressure
it up,
on.
yeah.
And what do you think of do you think Edmonton, the players of Edmonton are like, hey, like why are you guys showing us up or anything like that?
No.
There was a couple fights, but
honestly, no. If you could score, you score. Against the Oilers especially, you cannot just take the foot off the pedal. You got to just keep going.
Do you think there's like a certain point where you're like you
like mercy?
Because even at the end, like there was like maybe 10 seconds left, and the Colorado player was on the breakaway. You think he'd take it to the corner and just kill the clock, but no, he went on net.
No, just rivals, man. You gotta prove a point.
Yeah.
So scoring 9 goals, it's like that's a statement. So next time the Oilers are gonna have to think about what's gonna be their strategy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know, man. McDavid, I didn't really.
There was a point in the game too where they fanned to him once the score was pretty big, and even he looked like what the hell's going on here?
Yeah. Honestly, like it was bizarre. Like I would just have sip of beer, look up, another goal. I'm like, what happened? And I'll look at what Skinner has done. I was like, how did you not save that, man? You can't even save a beach ball right now.
A couple, there's a couple goals I don't blame him. I like a lot of it too. Like I feel like there's a tip where I'm like it went through past 2 sticks on Edmonton. And I'm like, oh, you guys couldn't like.
Yeah, you saw some like pretty nifty like deflection.
But there was some where I was like, oh geez, like what?
But even the goals that you feel like he couldn't have saved, like if a goaltender could make a 1 or 2 key saves, that's some unbelievable save.
Yeah.
You could turn the entire game around.
Because it sparks.
Because the rest of the goals wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Then. You give your team momentum,
Do you
but
think it's
the
like
goalie has to be. Your team has to trust your goalie, and the goalie has to trust your players.
Do you think?
And that seemed like with the Edmonton Oilers, it seems like the defense doesn't trust their goaltending, and the goaltender doesn't trust his defense.
Do you think it's like a mental thing where he's just like very hard on himself and down? Because when you let one in, you're like, oh, geez, I just let one, and then you're constantly trying to make up or trying to maybe do a little bit extra to make it up, and then you're just.
It's hard to say. I could only say that if Skinner maybe played on another team.
Yeah.
If he played nationally or something.
Yeah.
You'll be able to see how he plays with the actual proper defense.
Yeah.
But it's hard to say, man. You can't really fully judge him. It kind of reminds me of, well, I can't really say that, because Devin Dubnyk when he was with the Oilers,
Mm-hmm.
and I was always saying that he was a good goalie. His save percentage was good too. It's just unfortunate the team was bad with Taylor Hall and those guys. As soon as he left, he went to Minnesota. His
Mm-hmm.
numbers showed that he was one of the best goalies at that time. Like he had like 2 year run where he was a really good goaltender. And with Skinner, maybe changing scenario would help him, because I don't think that team is helping him, and he's not helping the team at all.
Do you think Edmonton's always had like a goalie issue? Because like I can't think of a really
I think
decent
it-
goalie since Rolston was there. Right?
Rolston
Yeah.
was the last one. No, they haven't had anything.
Yeah, when they
after
went
that.
to the Cup in 04, I think that was
Yeah.
like last time they had like a
Yeah,
decent.
it was him, Ryan Smith. It was
Hemsky.
Pronger, Chris Pronger.
Yeah, Hemsky was there.
Yeah, Mensky was there as well. Mensky's right there behind you.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Chris Pronger's over there.
Up there. Yeah. That team was really deep.
Yeah, that was a run for the days, man.
Yeah.
Um,
It's crazy too. Now you think about it, it was just them and what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
Vancouver. And then now Edmonton again.
yeah, but yeah, no, they have to make some creative moves, with them. And I don't know, like I think everybody's gonna keep saying the same thing. Oh, it's a goaltending issue. Okay, it's the defense issue, but something does have to change.
Do you
They should have addressed it in the off season. Like if you're a really good GM, you should be able to find a creative way of getting out of this mess.
Mm-hmm.
And it just seemed like the organization or the ownership, I don't know, they're like, well, we went to the finals twice. Why fix this? Let's just try it the
Just
third time.
roll it out.
Roll it out.
Do you think
And I
things
think that's
become stale, like similar to the Leafs, where they just keep rolling out the same thing over and over again?
no, but the
small
Leafs,
changes.
but the Leafs keep making changes with their bottom six.
Yeah.
And then they were making changes with their defense as well. It's just that unfortunately they couldn't get their number one D man.
Mm-hmm.
They got their goaltending. I think to help your core, the Toronto Maple Leafs did as much as they could.
Do you think it's a
I think so.
similar thing with Stolarz and the Leafs, where he doesn't trust the D and then or the team in front of him?
I just think Stolarz needs a break.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think he needs a break. I know there was some like iffy goals that he shouldn't have allowed,
Mm-hmm.
but I just think that right now it would be nice if Wool was back. Maybe
Just
take a
give
couple of games and let him just kind of sit there and just kind of analyze the game. Let him reset himself. Right now he can't, unfortunately. That's what it seems like to me. So yeah, sometimes goalies get into ruts, man.
Yeah, it's hard. It's
Yeah,
hard
right?
position. You're last
Yeah.
man, and
And right now it would be nice for Connor Ingram to come in and hopefully he gets hot, plays a couple of games, let Skinner
just-
kind of figure out why he
why-
loves the game,
Yeah,
just analyze everything and then
it's
run it.
It's the
50-50.
loneliest position in sport.
unfortunately it is, and it's the most important one.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, from the other end, we're watching on the Eastern Conference, watching the Rangers
Yeah.
lose another one at home.
Yeah, it's
They're
crazy.
6-1.
I was so shocked when you told me, like, just before that we set up and everything, and
Yeah.
you told me that they haven't won a home game. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, at home is where you're supposed to be
Yeah.
better. But even playing in New York, hockey market and stuff like that, big team, Original Six. Do you think it's just the pressure, like playing in front of your fans, or do you think sometimes I feel like when players play away, there's less pressure because you're coming into someone, or you get up for it more because you're going in and you're trying to beat the home team.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I think the Rangers have already they've already played they've used this core up
Yep.
for way too long.
I think they're past their
They're
window,
past
too.
that. They're past that
That's
stage.
something that's needed to
And at
change.
the same time, I feel like the players don't trust the management because of all of the craziness that's been happening the last 2 years.
Well, it's crazy because the year before they were in what they made it to the conference. Was it
Yeah.
conference finals?
Conference finals.
Yeah, and it's
Right.
crazy because last year I think they were really underwhelming, and then
Yeah, just
even
a lot
this
of
year
drama,
looks like
I'm
they
saying.
carried it into this season.
Yeah,
And it's crazy when you have one of the best goalies in the NHL too, right?
yeah.
Like
So
we said, a position so important.
yeah, I just think now you made JT Miller. You made all these crazy like changes, drastic changes.
Yep.
And I'm not sure if it was actually necessary. Like we were talking about this a while back too with JT Miller becoming captain. Either it's gonna go completely great or it's just gonna start falling apart. And right now it's leaning that way. I'm not gonna blame that guy. He's just one guy. You could look at Mika, you could look at everybody else. It's just an absolute disaster. Panarin shaved his head off.
Yeah, sometimes you get
Not
this
last game, the game before, because last time he did that, he went on like a
crazy tear.
crazy tear.
Yeah.
And like he played well. not this last, not with the Islanders, but the game before. And then last game they lost 5-0 to the Islanders. You cannot lose to your rivals, man,
crazy.
like that at home.
One team's on the down, and then the other team's on the come up.
So I think with the Rangers, it is time for the Rangers to seriously start thinking about trading Panarin. And I know there are rumors going on right now. Either he could get traded to Minnesota and Carolina. I don't know if Minnesota has the pieces that it all depends on which path the Rangers want to take. Are they going to be delusional a little bit and say
keep the window open?
Then I think there's a really good player out there that they could really make a trade for, and that's Andrei Svechnikov.
Yep.
I don't really think the Carolina Hurricanes are willing to trade him, because
even him, he's had a slow start this year too.
He's starting to heat up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think if you're trading Panarin, who's a UFA end of the year, I think Andrei Svechnikov still. I think he's on year 3, I believe, on his contract.
But do you think it's really, because they're very similar players when you think about it?
Svechnikov is, when he's playing at his peak, he hits a lot too. That guy throws 4 or 5 hits a game, so he shoots a lot too. With Panarin, he's more of a distributor, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Panarin's game in Carolina is gonna reflect well on him. I think for him it would be better for him to go to the Wild, right? To go play with the boys over there, because that power play would be nasty. But I think Carolina has the pieces. So if Andrei Svechnikov has to be one of the pieces, and you want to put some draft picks in there, either way, I wouldn't know how you would judge that trade. Andrei Svechnikov, I believe he's only 26. I think 25, 26.
He's still mid-20s.
Yeah, so like he's young. So I don't know whose value is gonna be higher, right?
I don't know. I think for me, I wouldn't go that route. I'd maybe give it up more picks, plus maybe who are we talking about?
Andre, I think we're talking about Kotkaniemi.
Yeah.
I think he has a $6 million contract still.
Yeah, but you just, because they have so much cap space, I think they can afford to eat some of that up.
If you're going with a Kotkaniemi option, if you personally are, then it's time to start going towards a retool phase, where you're looking at, you're also looking at what's his name, Trocheck as well when he gets back. Are you really looking at trading him? Mika, definitely, he's like, his value is really low right now.
Mm-hmm.
Are you looking at trading him as well? Because you may have to do this like flip with picks and get some younger players, like even Lafreniere, right? Like he has not been living up to
his expectations
at all.
I think, especially like, okay, you see it in one season, and last year it was really bad, and now this year it carried in, and it's kind of like the similar thing. How long are you gonna let this slide until you actually make a change? Are you gonna keep rolling it out and then hoping that things change, or do you think you just go the route making a coaching change? Because I feel like that's usually the first thing that comes before they blow everything up, is they make a coaching change, and hopefully that ignites something. Maybe. It's a lot cheaper to get rid of a coach. It is a lot cheaper,
but I think Panarin is not going to take a discount to stay in New York. He's already pretty much said it out.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to sign with the Rangers. Doesn't look like it. It gets to a point where you're just sick and tired of it. You want to move on. So, I mean, if they could do a sign and trade with Carolina for Andrei Svechnikov, I don't know. I wouldn't know if they would have, if the Rangers would have to give picks, or if it's Carolina, because that's very close.
Yeah.
One is super young, and I don't know if Carolina wants to really let go of this guy, but I think that's the only guy with true value if you want to make a deal.
The crazy part is like, you gotta figure things out sooner than later, because do you trade him away and hopefully get something now, or do you wait and take the chance that he might not sign with you in the offseason, right?
No, they're gonna trade him before the trade deadline. I don't see him staying now. I really thought when he shaved his head 2 games ago, I'm like, all right, they're gonna turn it up, and they won that game.
Yeah.
It was against Detroit. Who did they play against?
Yeah, Detroit.
Detroit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they turned it up, and he had a goal and an assist.
Yeah.
And you're all saying, all right, here we go.
It's crazy how superstitious these players are too, because even like I was listening, baseball, you hear the craziest superstitions, and what's his name on the Jays? Snyder. Yeah. He keeps the mustache because he was like in the minors, and then he went on a crazy tear when he just had the mustache and just stuck with it. But it's crazy like how superstitious just across all sports. Yeah. But hey, if it works, right?
Yeah, no, exactly. So I mean, even with Carolina as well, I mean they're playing well. I know Nikolai Ehlers is slowly starting to turn it up. He's not. playing at the level yet.
It's a big change, right? Like coming,
Yeah.
especially from Winnipeg and how they play and going into the system that Brendan Moore kind of instills in Carolina. It's big change, and I feel like even him change of scenery, and it takes a while to kind of get used to it, right? So
Yeah.
now I feel like he's kind of getting his feet under him, and they're playing really good.
Yeah, but that's why I just thought maybe Panarin is that superstar that they're looking for. I don't know if Panarin is that same guy he used to be a couple years ago.
Yep. I think
Right?
with me, I think Carolina needs to go the other route because you see in the playoffs they got bullied last year. I think really does a Panarin really help them out when it comes down to in the playoffs, or do you think they need to get like someone a bit bigger? Or
Well,
like
Svechnikov, that guy he does throw his body around, but even with them, it's the same thing. They've been running
one
the
piece,
same.
I think like that would be really good for Carolina and like maybe like a Van Riemsdyk or something like that.
Yeah, maybe in his prime. I don't know about now.
Well, even now, I
right?
think he still has something to contribute, right?
Yeah. I think for them,
Something like low end that you can put in the bottom six, and
You know,
he'd be able to chip
I
in.
actually thought the guy that would make sense for the Carolina Hurricanes, it would be Ryan O'Reilly.
O'Reilly, yeah.
Yeah, somebody who's hard to play against, plays situational hockey.
Yep.
He doesn't got the speed anymore.
Yep. But really good IQ.
But crazy IQ, knows how to win.
Yeah.
He's a big competitor.
Yeah.
I think he would be great. I mean, we just listened to his interview as well, right?
Yeah.
Like how it seemed like well, he's done this in Buffalo too. I remember hearing his interview in Buffalo before he left, and he was just sick and tired of losing, right? But this one, it just seemed like he's just being really hard on himself. From what I'm looking at, he is kind of seeing that the team isn't performing, and he's putting a lot of that weight on his shoulders.
I'm like the opposite.
What do you think?
I think as a leader of the team,
Yeah.
you don't call out other players. You
I agree.
you lead by example, and you
Yeah.
say, "Hey, it's me," and then hopefully other players see that and see, "Hey, this guy's really like putting the pressure on himself and stuff like that." Like I need to be better. Like
Yeah.
when you say, "Hey," I like especially one of the leaders on the team says, "I need to be better," it makes everyone else say, "Hey, like I also need to be better." If this
Yeah.
guy's saying it, like who am I to like not put in effort and stuff like that? So
Yeah.
that's my take on it.
Yeah.
And like good on him. Like to the media, you don't call out your own teammates and stuff like that, but behind closed doors, like it's a different thing, right?
Agreed. But I just think
But even
I just don't think he's having fun right now.
well,
Right? And of course, when you're losing, you're not having fun.
yeah.
But it did seem like when he's just saying, "I only had one good year," and he's like, and he's kind of he's making it seem like it was just like his entire career has been a fluke. That he just sounds really down on himself. And I think sometimes like when you're overly competitive, I think Jonathan Taves' interview, I've listened to that as well, and where he talks about mentally where he became a captain at a very young age and the amount of pressure you already put on himself. And then when he became a captain and he led that team and they won the cups and everything, after that, he's like, that switch, it's like it's on all the time, every shift. And you're so hard on yourself, and eventually you start burning yourself out. And then he had to go soul searching again, right? So sometimes, like, I'm just looking at Ryan O'Reilly in the same way. It's like it seems like he's like overly critical of himself. Sometimes it's not a good thing, man, because if you're constantly beating yourself, yes, the team, it could reflect, it could kind of bounce off your teammates saying that, okay, let's motivate them. Let's motivate ourselves. Let's play better so that our captain feels better. But sometimes it does go the other way as well. Because when you start soaking it in, then your other teammates are also questioning themselves. It could go down that path.
Well, even now,
Right.
like every team has a sports psychologist on the team. So hopefully he's, getting help. And I'm pretty sure like everyone has to, schedule some time with sports psychologists on the team.
Yeah.
And I get it. It's tough because like growing up, even like, even us like playing ball hockey or ice hockey, you're hard on yourself. Like you miss the net. You're like, why did I miss the net? Or like, you took a penalty. Like, why did I do that? Or like you get caught or anything like that. You're just tough on yourself.
And that's like level times a million.
Yeah, times
right?
a million. Especially like you got fans and you got everyone cheering for you. It's like even more pressure, right? Because you don't want to disappoint.
Yeah, exactly. So just seeing all that, and he's a first line center on that team.
Yeah.
To be honest, he has no business being the first line center.
But
and that's not his fault.
Yeah.
That's just what the organization, that's the situation they put him in. Unfortunately, they don't have anything. But Nashville's the same situation. I think Ryan O'Reilly should definitely, if he should go find a place where he can play, that he could succeed. Carolina, that's why Carolina would be nice if Carolina wanted to pick up on him. It's a $4.5 million contract. I think he's maybe 2 years left. It's not bad. That's a pretty good contract.
Nashville's a good place to play though. Like you think you'd have like other distractions or like just somewhere to hang out.
But the team is so thin. Their
Yeah.
prospects aren't like nothing panned out right now.
Yeah. I think
Right.
they went all in last year, bringing in all the players that they did bring in.
Yeah.
And
But sometimes
hasn't
too
panned
many
out.
changes is not a good thing either
Yeah.
when you bring in a bunch of guys, right? So if you're gonna make a lot of these signings, you still need one or two. I know Philip Forsberg's there, Roman Yoshi's there, but even them, they're starting to get in age as well. So just signing a bunch of guys who are much older, it really closed down that window for those guys. They could have
Well,
went a different route.
It was
right?
crazy because like they had great goaltending, Saros,
Yeah.
and then you already had pieces there like Phil Forsberg and then Roman Josi, and then you're like, decent team. And then even last year when they brought in Stamkos,
Marcia Show.
Marshall,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh geez, like they're gonna have a decent team. And
Everybody thought that. Everybody's high on
Yeah.
them, right? And but now it's just even a lot of the games that Nashville is playing, they're losing by 1 goal.
the tight games.
They're very tight games.
Yeah.
It could go the other way.
But even that too, like, do you think that adds even more pressure because they're like, hey, if I did this better or this better, hey, we would have actually won the game. I feel like if you're getting blown
is.
out, there's nothing you can do. You're getting blown out. You're getting
That's what I believe. That is affecting everything. It's just that these games are so critical with all these teams are just 1 point apart, right? You could be all the way from the
That's
bottom
what
to
I'm
the
saying.
top.
I've
and
been
all
saying it the last couple of weeks, man.
Yeah.
Like the hockey is so competitive now.
Yeah.
Unless it's Colorado, Edmonton.
I don't know what the hell happened there, man. That was nuts.
Yeah, but
just-
like
they
the
just kept
hockey's so
scoring.
competitive. Like every team puts
Yeah.
out decent,
Yeah.
competitive team, and it's crazy.
But yeah, no,
It's sad
Nashville
'cause-
really does need to look in, like the organization should look at these players and be like, they're giving their all. They're giving 100%. Maybe it's just best for us to go in different paths because I don't see Nashville winning a cup anytime soon with this core, right? That's what it's interesting when you're looking at a lot of these organizations and we're looking at it as, okay, you can't win, so let's trade these players. But organizations, they don't just look at it that way. They look at so many different streams of revenue that they make from these guys.
Well, especially big names. You sign these big name players, all the jersey sales, all the sponsorship ad income you get from them and stuff like that too, right? So what do? Do you like blow it up and then, just be like, okay, get some draft picks and then start from scratch again? Or do you like try and retool maybe?
Well, it depends on the pieces you're getting. That's why we're talking about like Kotkaniemi and picks. Like if you're getting a younger like player and then you could kind of build around that. And then, to be honest, Kotkaniemi didn't live up to his expectations either. And I don't know how much better he's going to be.
Well, sometimes all it takes is a change of scenery.
Yeah.
Right? Like look at that Utah team. They were in Arizona.
Yeah.
Like what was 2 years ago, and now they're in Utah and turn things around.
Well, yeah. I mean, they have some younger players have also been in the team, and that's Logan Cooley and Dylan Gunther. So it makes a difference, and didn't have that before, right? Even like Larson Krause right now.
Well,
he was playing on the second line. He got bumped to the third line, and even yesterday, it was the third line that was performing for Utah, right? So sometimes certain players have to be set up in the right situation for them to succeed. With Kotkaniemi, he's been playing like fourth line minutes, even like third line. Like he's been bottom six the entire time. They tried him in the second line, it just didn't work. So I know they're trying to get rid of that contract if they can, and bring something in. But I do believe the New York Rangers and the Carolina Hurricanes are good trading partners. I don't know, maybe if it's not Panarin, if it's not Svechnikov, if it's not Kotkaniemi, it could be something else.
Even last year, like Carolina, they pulled the trigger, tried bringing in Rantanen, didn't work out. But still, right, their teams that like they're not afraid to make moves.
Yeah, but that's why I think maybe a guy like Ryan O'Reilly coming to Carolina, because he is a player that doesn't play with a lot of speed, but he does play with grit.
Yep.
Right, and his vision,
great hockey,
IQ,
and
great
he's won, right? So
he's won before. So maybe bringing in a guy like that, it really helps, right? He doesn't need to be on the power play. He's a really good PK guy. You bring him in, I think they do great. So that would be a good option for them to go.
Yeah.
So I mean, the other player, Steven Stamkos,
what do you think
his
is going on
line
with
mate.
him?
He only has 1 goal right now. I think it's 12 games.
Well, even last year it was like kind of disappointing. It's like
and
so
I
much
think
so
that
last
1
year.
goal that he scored, I was watching it, was that one timer he took on the power play. No, sorry. It was like maybe 3.3 seconds left last week.
Yep.
Nice shot. It was like a classic Stamkos shot.
Do you think like now he's expected to do a bit more? Because like when he was in Tampa, he was just like a trigger man. You know what I mean? Just get to a spot and shoot.
Yeah.
He wasn't really like a possession guy or like, like a guy that can
He's what, 34?
Yeah,
He's
I think
34.
he's up there.
Yeah, he's up there. Oh, he's
He's a year older than Tavares, so Tavares is 30. I want to say 33, 34.
yeah,
so it might be even
okay,
35.
maybe 35. So yeah, I don't know, man. Like maybe it's just the coaching style, man. Like it's not working. And sometimes with players like that, you do need a mix of younger players. Like playing with Braden Point and Kucherov, it's an amazing luxury to have.
Mhm.
And now, unfortunately, you don't have those kind of line mates. And now you have to.
Do you think
There is a lot of
mistake?
pressure on him.
Do
He puts a lot of pressure on himself as well.
Do you think he made a mistake going to?
Yeah.
And he should just stayed?
No, I think he should have left, but he should have went to a team that maybe was a little more established.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
Well, he chased the money, I guess, right?
yeah, I think he got the money there and he took it. And the lifestyle is good in Nashville as well. But if you went, maybe played, like it would have been great if you went to Colorado, right? If you thought about Colorado or Edmonton,
Yeah.
right? Taking less money and going there and maybe playing with some great players, this situation wouldn't have arisen. But Philip Forsberg is a star, but he's not at that same level as those guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just thing you need, like for Stamkos, he needs a really good 200-foot hockey player that has a lot of speed. And Ryan O'Reilly, at his best days, I would have been like, that's an amazing team, right? When they're all in their peaks. But unfortunately, they're not, right? They're all past their prime.
Mm-hmm.
So
Team.
it is
also
a
older,
mistake. So I think looking at Stamkos, I could relate maybe to Jonathan Huberdeau. When Huberdeau got traded to Calgary, signed that big contract. And Huberdeau, think about it. Huberdeau was a 100-point guy before he left.
Yeah.
Right? And you could maybe say that it's because of Barkov that happened.
Mm-hmm.
But even him signing that contract, all that pressure on him, not living up to that contract.
Well, even that too, and then replacing Chuck, right?
Yeah.
And then living up to that expectation. Hey, like,
Yeah.
he's gone, and then Goudreau left around the same time. So you're like, hey, now I'm the face of the franchise pretty much, and
Yeah.
a lot of pressure.
And they lost a lot of good
Especially in
players.
the hockey market too,
Yeah.
right? He's coming from Florida, where it's not really that big of a
Yeah.
hockey market, even though they won
Yeah.
the last two. But like, it's not the same pressure, right?
It's just I'm just only comparing the journey. Maybe like like Huberdeau, even after he left, I don't think Huberdeau's gonna ever be a 100-point guy again.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's maybe now he has more like realistic expectations of himself. Maybe if he could be a 70-point guy, that's great, right? And maybe with Stamkos, it's the same way. Like maybe you gotta just look at yourself and be like, this is the type of player I am. I gotta take it one shift at a time. Maybe he's just putting too much pressure on himself, thinking that he has to carry this team, right? Yeah. And there's a lot of other players that can, but it's just
like look at Corey Perry, right?
Yeah.
Goal scorer, and then now you look.
You
at
see him tearing it up again. Like he's turned back time like by 10 years again.
Yeah, well, it's
right?
crazy too, right? Because when last couple of years he's kind of changed his game, play more grittier game and stuff like that. Sometimes you just gotta reinvent yourself.
He's always been a gritty player.
Yeah,
but I think he's like, I don't know. He has rejuvenated himself.
That's what I was saying. Because like it's you didn't really, at least I didn't see it when he was in Anaheim.
Oh, dude, he was the biggest pest on the planet.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I used to idolize Corey Perry in his prime, man. Yeah. I loved the way he played. Yeah. So I think he was way more of a pest then than he is now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought he had to, like, I don't know, maybe because he was scoring and they were winning so much and they had a good team.
But that's what with the Kings right now, they're like, even the commentators, they're like, I can't believe Corey Perry's wearing our jersey. They still say that right now.
Yeah.
They're like, I can't believe this guy's wearing a jersey. He used to pest us all the time, right?
Yeah.
And now, he's tearing it up, man. It's like his legs are there. He doesn't look like he's 40.
Yeah.
So it's great seeing that. But maybe with Stamkos as well. I don't know, man. It's hard now because he signed that contract. Like, is this contract tradable?
Yeah.
Like, does anybody? I mean, there has to be a team that could take a chance on him. Like, it just depends on Nashville. Are they willing to gut it all?
Yeah.
And just
sometimes like you just gotta just admit defeat and just move on, right? Because eventually it gets stale, and then that's when you get an angry fan base and you start losing interest, right?
Yeah. I really thought that Nashville, maybe after a year of just not winning, I thought this year my hot take would have been, Nashville
they're gonna be the
right?
comeback team.
But there has been a lot of games that have lost by one point. All they need is a 2-3 game winning streak, and maybe things change.
Mm-hmm.
But Nashville does need some youth. They're too old, man. They need to maybe trade one of them and just.
Well, especially the way the game's going right now, it's like so fast.
Yeah.
Like you kind of need those young guys in your lineup.
I feel like the peak used to be like your prime used to be like 27 to
Yeah,
31.
and now I feel like it's like
I think it's like 23 to 28 or something.
Oh, really? I was gonna say even lower, like 25-ish. Or
Yeah.
is when you start to peak, and then like after that, it's just because your legs start going.
Because Seth Jarvis, I believe, is like 23 right now, 23, 24.
Yeah, there's another guy
And
that
that
puts a
guy's-
lot of pressure on himself too.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on himself. But just being, I think, did you watch
No,
NHL
you were telling me about it.
NHL
though, yeah.
Face Off, man? It was a good episode, man. But he just to mentally just go through every single time, he's just being super hard on himself.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
you
that guy's
know
a
what it
great
is
player,
too.
man.
Like these players, like growing up and stuff like that. Like obviously to make the NHL or play, you got to be the best. So like maybe when he was younger, it's just coming so easy to him just because he's that good. And then now he's playing with players that are just as good as him, and it's a lot tougher, right? So you're like, oh, all this stuff that came easy to me before, it's not coming so easy anymore, right?
Yeah. No, that team, I think Seth Jarvis is a hell of a player. How the hell did we even get to here? Oh yeah, anyways, we're talking about youth, right?
Yeah,
like your prime and everything. So it does feel like,
and just relating it back to being hard on yourself with O'Reilly and stuff like that.
And Stamkos, I do believe he is being super hard on himself. He expects the puck to come on the stick exactly like how he used to, and how he shoots and everything.
Maybe he
but
needs to shave his head. Maybe.
Oh my God, Stamkos shaved his holy shit. That'll be crazy.
Yeah, just change something up.
Yeah. So I do believe he is lost, man. Like it's so sad, man, seeing him, because I remember at his peak, people are comparing him like, can he just follow along with Ovechkin with the most amount of goals, because he was just scoring multiple 50 goals, and now you're looking at him, it's like he can't score.
Well, even like you said too, like playing with Point and Kucherov was like, it's such a luxury, right?
Yeah.
And now coming and he's playing with O'Reilly, it's like very different.
Yeah.
So maybe he doesn't have the facilitators to set him up like he used to.
Like another great, I mean, I was talking to Armand about this last week, but like Robert Thomas, we were talking about maybe, him going to Winnipeg or Montreal.
Yep.
But I know he has a no trade clause. But, if you insert that guy into Nashville or something.
Yeah, well, I don't know
younger.
if Nashville, I think maybe like he'd want to go to a team that's more competitive.
I know he doesn't want to.
That's usually where.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, I'm just talking about like for Stamkos. Stamkos' point of view, like he needs somebody who's young.
Yeah,
could facilitate. Right?
The only thing that I could think of is, hey, Nashville is tax-free state.
Yeah.
So
like
maybe
save a lot of money. But
yeah.
No, of course, that guy's gonna be. I don't know if he's gonna leave anytime soon.
Yeah.
I think he's already said no before for a trade. So, but yeah. So hopefully Stamkos turn it around, man. It would be nice if you could score 40 again. And turn it around for that team, but
even,
it's so
even
hard
to
to
get
say.
like 30, like I think it would be good for him.
One step at a time, right?
Yeah,
like
baby
you got
steps.
like it's like the Huberto thing. It's like Huberto was being so hard on himself.
One game at a time. That's it. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, like he had demons in his own head. Like
Yeah.
he was the one who's doing it to himself. To have to take a step back and then analyze everything, and then you eventually try to figure out ways of contributing to your game, right? And
Mhm.
maybe Stamkos has to find other ways, as we were saying about Corey Perry. Maybe you got to get a little more physical, do all the defensive stuff, or, and then go from there and then start finding offensive touch. But right now it's just it's crazy. He's so invisible. I watched a couple of Nashville games. I can't even find Stamkos other than the power play. I can't see him.
Yeah,
it's crazy. And then you saw Ovechkin's 900th goal.
Yeah,
against the Blues.
Crazy.
And then Binnington putting it in his pants, the puck.
Yeah, I think he's just messing around.
Yeah, I don't even know why it's such a big story, right?
Yeah.
I get it. It's Binnington. Everybody hates on Binnington all the time because they all just think he's an ass. But I just thought it was just funny.
No, I think so too. Just, hockey players just joking around.
Yeah,
right?
it's like you can't even joke a little bit. Like the media has to go and stretch everything out, right?
Well, I think they're just looking for some controversy to make a story, right?
Yeah.
But no, I think it's just playing around.
Just messing around, right?
Yeah, crazy.
And but yeah, 900 goals. Ovechkin, that was his second goal, I think, I think it was his second or third goal. Like he's not scoring at a fast pace anymore.
No, well, I think once he got past the point, you're kind of like there's nothing really like motivating you to score anymore either.
Yeah, but what do you think he's gonna end up with? Like, I mean, the rumor's still going on that this may be his last year, and then he's gonna go to Russia next year. And some people are saying you're being stupid. He's gonna play another year after this.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you think's gonna happen?
I don't know. I think like if the team's competitive, he'll stay. But if
I think the team's gonna stay competitive.
Well, even now, like they're on the fringe of a playoff spot after 3 weeks. So
yeah,
like they're 7-7-1, I think, or something
so,
like that.
Yeah.
So as long as they stay competitive, I think
I
they'll
think
wanna
I
stay.
believe that they will make the playoffs. I
Well,
think the
hey,
team is too
like
deep,
we were
man.
saying, like winning's fun, right? So
Yeah.
hey, you're winning, you're making the playoffs every year.
And
stuff.
Ovechkin finds other ways of contributing, right? Like
Yeah.
he's a physical guy. He hasn't been that physical this year. Like his hits have come down.
Yeah.
And his shooting has kind of come down as well.
Does he stay in North America or does he go back home for the off seasons?
I believe he goes back home. I
Yeah.
believe he does,
Yeah.
from what I remember. But okay, so why don't you give me an okay? So let's just say hypothetically the Capitals stay this way. Let's
Mhm.
just say they're, like last year they're in first, but let's just say they're like a 3 seed team in their division or a wild card spot for the next 3 years.
Yeah.
Because their team is young. Let's just say they stay there. How long do you think Ovechkin's gonna play? Like, do you think that he's eventually gonna be like, no, I can't play fourth line minutes, I'm done?
I don't know. I think he's still like him. I think he'll still contribute, especially now with like the sports medicine and how it's come. Like these athletes are healthier than ever, and
But he's going at the same pace after age
yeah.
of 30 than he was in the 20s. This is like insane.
that's what I'm saying, right? It's like
Yeah.
technology and like I guess the resources these players have has come so long that they can be younger for longer. I guess, right? Because back in the day, the player turns 36 and it's like, oh, it's time to retire, and Ovechkin's like he's over 40, right?
Yeah, he's 40 now.
Yeah. So
Wait, is he 40? No, he's 39. I think he's
whatever.
40.
He's
I
around
believe
around 40.
Maybe he hit. Yeah, I think maybe he hit 40 in September. So he has the same birthday as me,
Yeah.
September 17.
Okay, well, that's crazy. Even
Yeah.
look at Yager. He's still playing too, right?
Yeah, Yager, yeah. So
but
but he's playing in Czechia and that
But
league.
still.
He's playing like bottom minutes, right?
yeah.
Of course, I get it with the age thing. With Ovechkin, I believe that next year is gonna be the last year. I think no matter
That's
what.
I think he'll want to do the farewell tour thing.
Yeah, it would be nice if he hits 1,000 goals.
Oh, I don't think he'll get it.
If you could
at
even
least like maybe a couple more seasons for that.
yeah, if you could hit 950, I think that would be awesome.
No,
If you
even
could just-
even the fact that he broke Gretzky's record, I think that's crazy. Especially how different the game
I
is.
believed in it. I like when he was at about 300 goals,
Yeah.
and I would have talks with like all my friends, and they were all either you're a Crosby guy, you're a Ovechkin guy,
Yeah.
and I was saying no, like he's gonna break the record, like at the pace he's going, and everybody's saying, well, Gretzky stopped. He was only scoring like 15 goals a season after like mid 50s, right? Mid 30s,
Mm-hmm.
but this guy wasn't gonna stop. Like you could tell, like, he's just built differently,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
And-
you want to chase it down. Like all it takes is just something to motivate you, right?
Yeah.
And now, like maybe he just doesn't have that motivation because he's beating the record. He's not gonna chase down.
But
the
remember,
points, right?
Ovechkin has done this in the past where he's gone with a slump,
Mhm.
and then all of a sudden he'll go on a tear for 10
Tear, yeah.
games, and he'll score like 15, 17 goals in 10 games, and he's back in the race again. So
Mhm.
even if you could even hit 35 goals this year, that'll be awesome.
No.
Right?
Well, even till this day, I think he has one of the craziest goals ever.
Yeah.
The
The
one
goal-
against Phoenix.
Phoenix, yeah.
On
That
his
was
back.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Did you hear what Crosby said? His 900th goal?
No.
Because how he like kind of shot a backhand?
Yep.
And like it was a no-look backhand?
Yep.
And backhand is Crosby's thing, right?
Yeah.
So Crosby's like, how the fuck did you like put that in, right? Like,
Yeah,
what were
yeah.
you thinking, right?
Especially with
he's
the
like, oh,
curve too. Right?
yeah. He's like, he's like, oh no. What he said was like, I can't believe the 900 goal is a backhand. And Ovechkin's like, I had no idea either. He's like, I just shot the puck and it went in. I'll take it, right?
Oh, you just gotta get it to the net, right?
Yeah. So they're like, they're just giggling and everything. And then Pittsburgh gave him a standing ovation.
Yep.
To Ovechkin.
Oh.
Think about it, like the rivalry those two teams has had.
Well, it's a rivalry, but it's a rivalry of respect too, right?
Yeah. No, but it's good to have that kind of rivalry, right?
Yeah.
You wanna be able to hate another team that's maybe just as good as you.
Yep.
And you have beaten them multiple times, where Pittsburgh Penguins has won the cup going past the Washington Capitals.
Mm-hmm.
And Washington Capitals did the same thing, going the other way. But it's just great, two of the best players in the world competing like that, and they made each other better.
Better, yeah.
Because I think if Crosby was in another division or Ovechkin was in another division, maybe that would change certain mindsets.
But I think like even thing because they both coming out a lot, like Ovechkin was drafted first, then Crosby after. But because they had the lockout season,
Yeah.
they're both rookies at the same time
Yeah.
too, right?
Yeah.
So like just them, if they were in different conferences or different divisions and stuff like that too, like they wouldn't see as much.
It was
as each
perfectly
other.
set
No,
right there.
that's what I'm
Divisional rivals,
exactly.
Both both organizations needed a franchise player. Washington
somebody-
has
both-
wanted forever.
Both needed franchise players to turn them around.
Yeah, because
you
like I believe for Washington, you could maybe say it was Adam Oates.
Yeah.
Was the last one.
Yeah.
Like they haven't had anybody like, you know, you could talk about Peter Bondra or anything, but like they haven't had like an amazing player like that. But I think
Yeah.
Adam Oates was maybe the last guy.
and then it's like two
right?
once in a generation player.
Yeah, and then you have Crosby. Then you know Malkin was right there. They just drafted Fleury as well.
Yeah.
You know, so they had a great team. But yeah, it's awesome for hockey fans just watching those guys play.
I think
right?
that like for me is like the golden, I guess I want to say golden age, but like golden like duo.
Yeah,
Like I don't think you're gonna see anything like
the
that.
rivalry, right? Like
Yeah,
that.
like that. Like you
Yeah.
know, a 1-2, like two players just like back and forth.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna see that.
No, not at all, man. So yeah, just seeing all the fans in Pittsburgh, and you know, you could agree with the people that are clapping and the people that don't want to get up and clap.
Mhm.
You could get it from both ends. You're like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna clap for you because you're always our enemy.
Yeah.
And the people are clapping, they're clapping because of the fact like you gave us great moments,
No.
right?
Even just like okay, whatever. Like put aside like Pittsburgh and thing. Just as a hockey fan,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? What this guy's done to grow the game and all like you said, all the highlights and everything like that. Like
Yeah.
you should get his due, right?
Yeah. So, no, it's great, man. I hope they play another year. That's why I told you on January. Let's go for let's go for a
100%.
drive. Let's go watch these guys play at home.
Yeah.
It would be nice, you know, because you got to enjoy whatever time you have. with these
What
guys.
do you
Right.
have with them?
And the way that Pittsburgh playing right now, they have the best power play in the league, man.
No, it's like
crazy.
I don't know what they changed because really like they didn't really change much.
Isn't that so beautiful about hockey? It's like no matter what you do in the beginning of the season, we make our hot takes and we talk about anything, and sometimes we're being critical about certain teams, and we're taking hot takes on teams that maybe that shouldn't deserve it, but we're just taking a wild guess, throwing a dart on the board.
No.
But then the team that you have absolutely no idea, like, no way, it cannot be Pittsburgh. And
Yeah.
they're the ones like, by the way.
It's crazy. Like
we'll do it.
It's the toughest toughest trophy, the Stanley Cup, toughest
Yeah.
trophy to win. And even like you think back, Montreal, like who would thought they would have made the cup that year, right?
Oh, the 2020?
Yeah.
Yeah, to the finals. Well, Carey Price is pretty much his last year.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like
You know what I mean?
watching
Like,
Pittsburgh. But wouldn't it be awesome that if Pittsburgh and Washington make the playoffs this year
And
and they
they-
play against each other in the first round?
oh, that would be good.
Oh my God, I honestly think it would, like, when it comes to eyes on the TV and just having what's it called? What's the name for like the viewership? You know, like the viewership numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I think for the NHL, I think it will break records.
Oh, just for marketing wise.
Yeah, I think first round if Capitals and Pittsburgh play maybe one last time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think I think they should just have that series by itself on a day and just move all the series later on,
or just get
have
all the attention. Put in prime
that's
time.
it.
Yeah.
Prime time, just put them as a 7:00 game,
Yep.
and then maybe if you want to have a Pacific game or something at 10 p.m. afterwards, sure, just have 1 and 1.
Mhm.
But if the Capitals and Pittsburgh is playing, you know, in the playoffs against each other, you can't have any other team taking any of that,
No.
you know, that attention.
Hopefully they bring back some of the retro jerseys from
Oh,
like
that'd be-
like
wouldn't
that
that be
old
cool?
Washington Capitol building one,
Yeah.
or do something like that just
Yeah.
to bring back some of the nostalgia.
Yeah. So that would be really cool, man. So just seeing that, it was really nice, man. Have you seen the Olympic jerseys?
I did.
You saw the
It's just
Canada one?
Canada and Finland.
Canada
I
and
think
Finland,
that
right?
released so far.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think the Finland ones are always clean.
Okay.
That one, I actually really like that one.
Yeah.
The Team Canada one.
Yeah,
not,
they're trying
not
to
so
say that
really.
it's supposed to be like a diamond and whatnot.
Yeah, no, it just looks like you
Well,
bought it
like
at a flea market or something. man.
My favorite, yeah, my favorite Canada jerseys were the ones where they had the old Hockey Canada logos on them. But
Yeah.
then now Olympics, I think since 2010, they
But even
banned
even the Four Nations one, it was nice.
oh, just the leaf, right?
Yeah.
I like those.
But like
too.
this one, like they're trying to make it this 3D thing, you
Yeah.
know, and it looks plasticky.
Yeah.
In the middle.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you saw, but they have this stripe, right, that runs from the front. It runs around, but it doesn't wrap around.
Oh, in the back it just stopped.
It stops, like it goes back and then it just stops, like
What
this
happened?
much
Did they run
space.
out of material or something?
I guess so. I don't know what the hell they're trying to do, but you look at that, you're like, wow. I think only the white ones look good, personally.
What, the white with the black logo, or was it black?
No, it's white with the red.
Oh, then it's red with the black. Then I'm thinking.
Yeah, there's 3 of them, right?
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
black and the black with the red.
I
and
don't
then
know.
there's. I think the white one is maybe the only one that kind of looks clean, but the
Clean.
black one it just looks weird
Yeah.
to me.
I don't know. I wasn't a big fan. The Finland ones look really nice. I
Yeah.
think they always have really nice jerseys every year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be interesting. Is USA just gonna go with the typical USA?
It's just gonna be USA. That's
They
all.
got- they
That's-
gotta-
I
they
think it's just
Yeah,
maybe they need to like open it up or let them be more creative.
they
and
they
stuff
need to
like
do
that.
something because that's just it looks so boring.
Yeah,
do
especially on the
something.
biggest stage, right?
Yeah.
Olympics. This is where like you don't just get like North America looking; the whole world's gonna be watching, right? So
Yeah.
you kind of want to at least make them look good, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So
But hey, like it's a Maple Leaf. At least they got that right. Like,
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
nothing more.
I mean, they
idiot
could
than
they
that.
could, they could do like a USA with the eagle or something. I don't
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Like it would be cool if they
Yeah.
they did something like that. So yeah, I don't know. We'll
Who-
wait for the Sweden ones, I guess.
What? Yeah, Sweden's always has. Really
Sweden's
good-
is always clean. You know how it's gonna look.
yeah, just the 3 crowns or
Yeah,
whatever.
that's it. That's all
Yeah.
you need, man. Because
Yeah.
it's a clean jersey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even the Czechia one's like really nice too.
yeah. It's usually the USA one. I just look at it as like, all right, so that's what's gonna be this year again.
Yeah.
All right.
What are your thoughts going into Olympics? Who do you think has like the best team going in?
I mean, listen. Even last time too, we were talking about the US having that team, but Canada looks nasty, man.
Yeah.
It's just Matthew Schaefer has made me really just
What
more
do you think? What do you
optimistic.
think they're gonna do with goaltending? Do you think it's gonna be Binnington, or do you think?
I think it's gonna be Binnington, and then you're gonna have Thompson.
I
believe,
think
as backup.
Thompson deserves a chance, man.
Yeah, but you're not gonna go against Binnington after what he has done,
Yeah.
even though how bad he plays
Oh
right
man,
now.
it was funny because we were watching the Four Nations game, and I'm like, oh, Binnington in the game, and then it goes to overtime,
Yeah.
and then he makes a bunch of crazy saves,
yeah.
and then I'm like, oh, geez, he's really.
See, that's what I
making me
mean.
eat
Like
my
you don't
words.
need to be the best goalie in the world. You just need to make certain key saves at certain moments
Yep.
where the momentum turns around, and that's all it takes.
No,
Sometimes it
'cause
just takes 4 saves.
That's it, and like he's the one that pretty much won us that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not always about just, saving everything. Sometimes you save everything and then the goal that you're supposed to stop, it just goes in and
Yeah.
then
'Cause what
the
they
game goes
played
down.
America, twice in the tournament,
Yeah.
right?
They lost the first time.
one
Then they won
in the group
final.
stage, and
Yeah.
then
Won the
yeah.
second time. Yeah. I mean, everybody knew the second time was the one that
It really
turned
matters.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
especially with what was going on with trade war and all that stuff
Oh,
too.
yeah.
It was like a really important game.
yeah. So I think so believe the last thing I wanted to talk about is being like really getting to my head is just looking at the Vancouver Canucks. We've been talking about them for the last few times,
Yeah.
and we're always saying, what is this, right?
What's going
What are they
on?
doing?
What's it?
So I just started like really going down the path of just understanding the ownerships and trying to figure out what it is. What are they trying to do?
Mhm.
So even like we looked at it a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So you want to talk about the ownership and everything?
Well, even like just reading about it just before the pod, I was like kind of shocked where it's like one of the sons or whatever gets disinherited from the will, and now he's like suing, I guess his I don't know if it's grandparents or parents or
Yeah.
something like that, and it was like, geez, all that stuff seems like it's super toxic, and
Yeah.
it's like just stemming down, right?
so it's AIG, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, AIG or what?
AIG.
AIG, right? So they own it. They bought the team back in 2004, partial ownership, and then they got full ownership, I believe, in 2006.
Mhm.
And then after that, it was just more of, and the thing is, Vancouver's the value of the team is like all time high, like the rest of the teams.
Yeah.
Their worth. But the problem right now is internally with the family. I believe it's the son who wants out.
I thought the son wants in. I think the son.
No, they
got
want to they want to buy him out.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah,
They
yeah,
wanna
yeah,
buy him out,
Yeah.
and it's creating a lot of the
Tension.
tensions within the family. So what they're doing is because they have like, I guess they're like have real estate and they have other revenues.
Streams,
They have a
yeah.
lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
Well,
so
to
like this
own a
is
team. You gotta
yeah,
have.
yeah. But no, but like some owners like they don't choose. They're billionaires, but they're not. They're just on paper. They don't have that much. Like when it comes to spending the money on these guys, do they have a lot of money?
Mhm.
It's just the problem is they're so distracted with everything else, and they're just looking at the Canucks. Are like, all right, the seats are selling. Great, we'll just continue doing what we're doing.
They're not invested in the team.
No.
Is what you're saying? Yeah.
No. And then what happened was, Trevor Linden back in he was the president back in 2014 to 2017 or 2018. And when he came in, I was like, Vancouver Canucks love Trevor Linden. Like he is their absolute favorite guy, just like how we love maybe Dougie Gilmore, Wendell Clark. Like that's how he's idolized there.
Yep.
And I mean, there were rumors going on back then that he was trying to do a full rebuild at that time. And because the ownership, they're like micromanagers, be micromanaging all the situation. Apparently there were some drift going on between the president, and that's why he stepped down, Trevor Linden, right? So since then, they always try to get the cheapest coach, cheapest GM. They don't like spending a lot of money. They try to think about the bottom line.
And just try and penny pinch anywhere.
They're the only team that doesn't have a practice facility. The other team is Calgary Flames, and they're just building it.
Yeah.
They're building it. And the Vancouver Canucks still don't have
even
one.
I was reading in on that too. It's like sometimes when because their practice facility that they do have is attached to where they play their home games, and sometimes when it's busy or packed up, they got to go rent ice somewhere else. I'm like, that's flipping ridiculous.
Yeah, right? Nuts.
Yeah.
Like, how could you do that? Like, you're
You're a professional team.
yeah. And like, and then you're looking at this, you're like, all right, well, you got to understand that when you have a messy ownership, it does trickle down. Those issues do come down.
Even the crazy thing is too, like, you build a practice facility and it's good for the community too, right? Because like even with the Leafs, like they have Lakeshore Lions Arena, or now it's MasterCard.
Yeah.
But it's not like it's just for the Leafs. Like there's leagues that run out of there and stuff, and you can rent ice there. So it's like good for the community. You're giving these like great facilities for others too, and like the fact that you don't want to invest in something like that, it's kind of nuts.
So sometimes even having rich owners is not a good thing for the team and for your fan base.
Well, especially in a cap market, I think it doesn't really matter because either when it comes down to it, like you're gonna spend up to the cap too, right?
No. That's just money paying your salaries,
Okay.
your players.
You're talking
I'm
about
talking about
investment in
everything.
Yeah.
Like for you to succeed, you need to have the best presidents and the GM. You need to have a vision, and sometimes, like I think about, put yourself in their shoes. If you have billions of dollars and you own an NHL team, right? Of course, you're gonna be like, I want to be part of the day-to-day a little bit. I want to be able to say yes or no. But if you go hire a guy like Trevor Linden, who's a hockey mind, right? And I'm going to be looking at myself like, who the hell am I to talk to him about, about hockey and say, no, that's not a good move, that is. If I'm going to hire somebody that's really, really smart, about something, then
you'd listen to him,
I'm just going to back off and like, buddy, how many years do you need? You need these many years? All right, you got it.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit here. I'm the owner. I'm going to shut my mouth. But it seems like it doesn't work like that there. And even I think there was a rumor going on when Luongo signed that crazy contract. It was the ownership that was pushing
to sign him.
Yeah,
Just probably
so.
to.
It was either that or it was when they were trying to trade him.
Okay.
I believe it was a signing that they were really pressuring just the general manager, like, get this guy signed. We don't care.
Yeah,
right.
Just because.
And that's also not a good thing either. That's why you don't need ownership. Sometimes you don't need ownership to come and get involved.
Yeah.
If you have a general manager or president that you could trust.
Yep. Well, it's crazy because I know in football there's this owner of
already know.
Dallas. Oh, Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones already knew.
And he's the GM.
Yeah.
And he's the owner.
Yeah.
And like, look at where they are, right? Like their franchise is in like huge disarray right now, just because all the moves he's made and stuff like that. And it's just like, oh, maybe you just like, he played college football and stuff, and he's a football mind, and he's grown that franchise to be like, I think, the most valuable franchise in the NFL, and it's like big ups to him. But like maybe now it's like you take a step back and let someone else do the job, right?
But I guess when you become a billionaire, you got there for a reason and you got there like however.
But sometimes those skills aren't transferable.
But it's not.
Right?
It's not. You gotta be able to hire the best people. And then you got to understand, you got to give them that trust and that space for them to make those decisions for your team to succeed. Well, but right now in Vancouver, it just seems like they just keep making every single bad mistake.
It's a problem I think the Leafs had for a long time too, where it's like no matter what's happening, games are going to sell out, right?
Yeah.
So like until like they see like, hey, a drop off in like revenue or something like that, like it's not really investing or like getting ownership to be like, hey, let's change something, right? So I don't know, what do you think about that? Like Vancouver, it's a crazy hockey market. Like the fans there are going to be cheering for Vancouver no matter what, especially it's the only ticket in town, right?
Yeah.
Here at least Leafs fans, we can watch the Jays or we can go watch
Raptors or something, right?
Yeah.
No, I get that. It is, of course, a lot of supply and demand, but with the Canucks, it's just like you have Quentin Hughes. Clearly, he's going to leave in 2 years.
Yeah.
you're not going to be able to stop him. He's leaving. So what are you going to do about it? Like, you got to start planning now. It's either you trade him now and you start doing your rebuild now, or you just wait until he leaves and then you're just wasting 2 years. Like, we already know we already know where this train's headed for the Canucks. And the guys that they have and everything. We already know this thing's going off the cliff. It just depends on how fast is it going off the cliff, you know? I don't think they're going to turn it around with Pettersson. Like, it doesn't seem like you can. And I don't know how they're going to have to be very creative of trading him away now with that contract, because the contract, I believe, just kicked in this year, his first year.
Okay.
He's an 8-year contract, 10 mil.
It's crazy. I don't know. Like, seems like that franchise, they've just been so mediocre.
But the crazy
Like,
thing
no
is, they have had,
disrespect to Vancouver.
you know,
like they've had that time when they did that huge ride. They went to the Cup and stuff like that. Like, it's like, no disrespect to them. I have friends that are Vancouver fans. It just seems like it just like talking about like other teams too. It's like so stale.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, same thing. Like, sure, some nights they're competitive and stuff like that, and it's crazy.
No, but you gotta build your team properly. There was a time when they had Bo Horvat, you know. Then they got Elias Lindholm for 2 seconds before he was shipped out, right?
Yeah.
Like, when you had Bo Horvat, that was a great time. You had a chance, and they have been so spoiled with great elite goaltenders throughout the years. There has not been a single time
a lot of issues.
Exactly, but they have had great goaltender after great goaltender. There was never a gap in between where they never had a bad goaltender. And they have ruined all their times, you know. And they had to get rid of them. Like, Demko, of course, is with injuries and everything.
Well, even like, look at Luongo, Miller, and then Schneider, right?
Yeah, that Corey Schneider at the same time as Luongo. They played 50-50.
Yeah.
Right? And then you had Markstrom as well.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Before Markstrom left.
Yeah.
And now, like, you have Demko and you have Lankinen in net.
Yeah, and even Shilovs, he's been playing really well for Pittsburgh too, right?
Yeah, so I don't know, man. With you clearly know what the ownership's thinking. As long as they're making money, they're not gonna make any changes. Why? I mean, there's the same issue with Buffalo with the Pergola family. There's same thing, micromanagers. They're in there. They're making all the key decisions. They're getting figureheads. Yeah. To become GMs and presidents and stuff.
Yeah, and just listen to ownership. And
it seems like clearly they're doing whatever the hell they want,
right?
They
want to keep their jobs, right?
Yeah. And they're just nodding their heads away. But you couldn't, I don't even think there's ever been a organization that has won like that. With just the owner saying, you got to do these things and we'll win. It doesn't work that way. You need a bunch of people. You need the right scouts. You have a big team. That's what I'm saying. Like, when you're saying, oh, well, if you're a billionaire, you could just put money in your salary and you're good. No, I don't think that's how it works. There's a lot of other things behind the scenes.
It's crazy too, because like I know like Arsenal, they had this biggest problem where, hey, like the fans or the fan base are really upset with their ownership. Yeah, and they used to do like protests in games. They used to take banners and stuff saying, hey, like, you know, Kroenke out or sell the team and stuff like that. And like, finally the owner started, I guess, listening and understand that, hey, like, I'm an
Arsenal fan, man. I know how it feels, bro. It's painful.
Yeah, it's painful.
We just tied with Sunderland yesterday. Yeah.
So like, it's like, maybe it's just, you know, the fan base has to speak up and like start saying, hey, like, you know, like for you, it's just like a side thing or like a hobby or whatever, or you're just using it. But like, to us, it's more than that, right? Yeah. I think it's like on the fan base too, to kind of speak up and say something a little bit too, right? Yeah. Because like even for them, like the negative media attention's not going to be good, right?
Yeah. It's not going to change. It's the same thing with Calgary. They're saying they're not trading Nazem Kadri. They just announced that they don't want to trade him. Well, what are you guys doing?
Maybe they're trying to do that just to raise his value, but
sure, but
maybe they get a bit higher offers. Because I think if something does come that's somewhat attractive, I think for them it's time.
But I think if they say that he's not, like, we're not going to trade him, or if we're going to trade him, I don't think that's going to make any difference with the value of his trade, because there are a lot of teams that need a guy like him. Yeah, I just generally think Calgary believes that they're just going to keep him and we're going to try to stay competitive.
Which is crazy because they're last.
Buddy,
I think they only have like 4 wins.
Yeah. And now I believe Zane Proc just got injured.
Yeah.
Like, we were just talking about like sending him down. Now he just got injured. Like, it's not going well for Calgary, man. So yeah, just like looking at these teams, and when we're talking about maybe, you know, having another team in Quebec City or any other, like, when you look at this, when you have a very rich organization, are you willing to for a few years, are you willing to just be mediocre so you can have a better team in the future, but you got to lose some revenue today to make revenue tomorrow?
You're just investing. It's the same thing with every business decision you make, right?
And a lot of these businesses, they do not want to lose the money today for potential for the future.
Which is crazy.
They're rather, that's why they use the word retool.
Yeah.
They're like, retool just means we're just swapping a couple players
around.
But we're doing the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right. So, yeah. Anyways, but that's Vancouver, man. It's disappointing seeing them, and I just think that this problem is not going to end.
Especially because like I think this Canada, like you need your hockey markets here to be big, and especially or like competitive even. Like it's so sad when like how long has it been since a Canadian team's won?
Yeah, it's 93.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So. I mean, if the Oilers are going far, it would be nice if you have Vancouver or Calgary there. Like Calgary especially, right? If you're having the battle of Alberta. But even if you have Vancouver in the playoffs and they play each other in the second round or something, like it's good for hockey.
Yeah.
So just seeing them, it's just fine. Vancouver may creep up one year, and then you know how Vancouver Canuck fans are. They get super excited. Like, here we go. But it's just a one-off. That's it.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of it's sheer luck.
Mm-hmm.
So...